And for Chicago, smooth out there with Levine, and it's Vucevic, then it's DeRozan, and it's Williams at the power forward position. Not a lot of experience with this one, Clark, tonight, but two good young teams. Talk about the difficulty, though, of winning a championship without that veteran presence.
I think it's virtually impossible, Kevin, to have all young guys and be championship caliber, regardless of the talent level. Even the young Warriors team had veterans like Andre Iguodala. Experience especially shows up at crunch time.
Very good point. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here's Levine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
The offensive rebound, and it's good for two.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Here's Smooth. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Smooth passes to Vucevic. Left side Williams. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's DeRozan. Here's Smooth. Hits the three-point bomb.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now McCollum. He's coming off a 25-point game against Milwaukee. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And Jones with the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
DeRozan finds Vucevic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
You know, he was the 16th pick in the 2011 NBA draft, and Vucevic became an All-Star for the first time in 2019. Took him a while, but he got there.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
To the middle. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Jones. 6 points for Zion Williamson. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. DeRozan passes to Vucevic. Drops in the layup for 2.
How about the concentration level of Vucevic? I mean, we often overlook that, but just keeping his hands steady on the shot attempts, even while getting bumped and roughed up a bit.
Now here's McCollum. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Smooth passes to Levine. Here's Williams. Got a piece of it.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
The baseline J. DeRozan with the rebound. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. At the elbow, Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
And it's Jones with the ball for New Orleans. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's Levine. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Outside DeRozan. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. That one goes in. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Now the pass to Williamson. With the fadeaway. Chicago grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Smooth. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Kick out to Levine. Drains the three-pointer. Levine's got 6.
Boy, Levine is a solid shooter from downtown, guys. The defense has to honor his shot from there.
Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Smooth. Now Vucevic feeds it to Williams. 5 to shoot. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Bucks. McCollum outside. New Orleans moving the ball around. Jones drives in, makes it off the glass. He's got 8.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Williams finds DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
You know, in these particular plays, guys, DeRozan really excellent at taking what he sees in these situations.
McCollum with the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Williamson.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And here's Levine following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum.
Levine's got crazy bounce and elevation on his shot. It really helps him. He knocked that one down in rhythm.
Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Here's Smooth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And it goes down 2 points.
Tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
To the left side wing. Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Smooth. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan, you have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Caruso, and the Pelicans pick up 3 with their last shot. Here is Daniels. He has 5. He kicks to Williamson. Here's McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
DeRozan with it. Now defended by McCollum.
That is a DeRozan specialty there. Draw contact, convert, and then head to the line for a freebie. Not by accident. That's his plan.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Now here's Prez. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. And good that time. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
White against McCollum. DeRozan passes to Drummond. Back to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The first free throw is good. New Orleans making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. And both free throws good for Green.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Rosen dishes to Green. Pass to Caruso. Here's Here's Drummond. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 9. Prez finds Nance. The pass to McCollum. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Nance, no good. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Daniels passes to Nance. McCollum outside. The shot's good from Nance.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Caruso. A 3. Back to White. Pass to Green. 3 seconds left. Got a hand on it. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Drummond. DeRozan out there with Green. Then it's White. And it's Caruso in at the 2.
Well, you throw it his way, and DeRozan is going to capitalize. When he takes off, he's looking to throw it down with no hesitation.
Nance, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Temple. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Back to Daniels. Pass to Temple. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Daniels. Lets the 3 fly. That one doesn't go. And it's Chicago the other way. Here's Caruso. And the basket by DeRozan. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Up top, Graham. White covering. Lets it go from 14. Offensive rebound. Hernan Gomez, no good. Chicago leading by 11. DeRozan finds Green to the paint. And on Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Green. Drummond's got 7 points in the game. And here is Graham. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside, the pass to Daniels. To halt the run, misses off the right iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And White kicks to Drummond. There's Green with the three. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Clark, if you were a coach on a team.
Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Here's Daniels, deflected by Green. And Nance kicks to Daniels. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. 9 points in the game so far.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's Dragic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Dragic has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
8 feet away. The shot's good from Nance.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Daniels. Dragic dishes to Jones. And Drummond throws it down.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Daniels inside the line. No good from the wing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Hayes, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Pelicans trail by 14. Now here's Prez. 11 points in the game. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's Caruso. Drummond finds Green. Jones, no one around him. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Temple. Nance outside. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Here's Dragic. Back to Drummond. Caruso kicks to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Green. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And 11 points for the Beast.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And New Orleans gets called for the foul.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
No good on that one. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Here's Hayes, and it's sent back by Drummond. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
Green against Nance. Here's Daniels. Chicago grabs the miss. Drummond's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Green pulls it up. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Now Graham. He had 15 points last outing. And again, no good by New Orleans. Ball's knocked loose. Kick out to Levine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And that comes off the assist by Jones. 11 points for Zach Levine.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now here's Prez. Defended by Jones. 6 to shoot. Back to Daniels. The 3-ball. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Here's Dragic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Free throw drop for Goran Dragic. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Pass to Alvarado. Shot to stop the run. The shot will not fall. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Green, the pass to Vucevic. Levine against McCollum. They get it back. On the wing, Green. From the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. No one near Prez as he lets it go. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And it's in there.
Oh, it's so smart and relentless on the offensive glass. Seems to me that Vucevic has that extra sense of tracking down missed shots. Seems to just have a nose for the ball.
Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Levine. Doesn't go that time. Good D by McCollum. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
From deep, Green. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
So hard to challenge these shots. I mean, especially against the better shooters.
Passes it to Alvarado. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 5 assists tonight. Pass to Williams. Kicks to Vucevic. Levine dishes to Green. Outside Dragic. There's the pass to Williams. Williamson with it. Williams picks him up. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a quick look here at some of the numbers from McCollum.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc. And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
That one misses. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instinct, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And he makes the first. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Pelicans shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. To the inside, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 11 points.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Hayes with the steal. Now here's Prez, guarded by Green. 11 feet away, rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Levine, that's tipped. They retain possession. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
McCollum, the shot's good on the assist by Daniels. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
And so it's Chicago, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. Here.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. You look at Prez in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
So for New Orleans right now, the chosen one out there with Williamson. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5.
A natural scorer. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And it's Williamson missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And Williams throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
McCollum finds Jones. And Vucevic pulls it down. The Bulls leading by 22. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Williams trying to break free, and it's Vucevic missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Levine, good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Williamson kicks to McCollum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. The field for the three-point contest is about to be finalized. And I'll tell you, we have some shooters here who are going to make this year's event a very heated competition.
Kevin, it always is. There's more pride involved in the three-point contest than in any other part of All-Star Weekend. Each one of those guys wants to prove they are the best shooter in the world.
And you look at McCollum. There are a few players ahead of him in the voting, but if he holds on to his spot at number 5 on that list, he'll have a place in the three-point contest waiting for him.
And if anything, I bet he moves up the list. I mean, how could you not have this fella taking part in this contest? He'll be there.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah, no problems with the voting thus far. I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
The Pelicans have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. The first one falls. Clark, the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Williams. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Jones. He can't hit that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Levine wide open. Off target from outside.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
McCollum outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the Bulls with another miss. The Pelicans really having a tough go here. Jones with it. 8 points for him. McCollum passes to Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Jones.
And the first one drops. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Bulls. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Graham's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bulls leading by 23. DeRozan surveying the D, and it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Graham with the bucket.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Levine against Jones. Here's DeRozan, and that one drops. DeRozan's got 13.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Levine against Jones. On the clock. Fires from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
And Kevin, that's one of Levine's pet moves. Has the speed to get there and the hops to finish.
Outside, Jones. Valanciunas, and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Smooth, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And now here comes Jones, leading the break. That one's not going to go. Nice D from DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
You know, one of the biggest fears when you face a team like this with DeRozan is his ability to run the floor. And when he does that, he can hurt you on the break.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old-school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
Chicago making a switch here. Caruso's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Garrett Temple has checked in for Jones. And Clarkus Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc. It's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Over to the wing, pass to Graham. Ball stolen. Here's Caruso. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Graham, the pass to Valanciunas. The dish to Marshall. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by DeRozan. Finished off by DeRozan.
Boy, he's upped his intensity really in a big way tonight. No stopping him now.
Passes it to Graham. Out left to the wing. Valanciunas dishes to Graham. To the left wing. Clock at 6. And the Pelicans miss again. Chicago's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Kept alive. Vucevic makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Valanciunas. Good D by Drummond. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Kick out to Levine. Sweet little floater. Levine's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Williamson, and he drops it in from the low post. Williamson's got 13.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
And that one's good, Caruso.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Temple. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Graham, the pass to Valanciunas. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bulls. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Cowboys checked in for Marshall. The pass to Valanciunas. That shot, no good. Chicago's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. New Orleans gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now here's Williamson. He's covered closely, and they pick up 2.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Snatched up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And checking out some stats for Levine. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging about 23 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
First one falls for him. White, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Well, for New Orleans, shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Now here's Prez. White covering. Here's Daniels. It's Drummond with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Bobbed up there for Drummond.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Temple. Here's Williamson. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Right side, White. Pass to DeRozan. White, wide open. He fires. They get it back, and Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic really, you know, he has the ability to dominate on the offensive end, and that's why he's an all-star caliber center.
Here's Alvarado. Good D by Drummond. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Caruso. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against New Orleans. This is his first free throw of the game.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for New Orleans. And he can't hit the second. On offense, here are the Pelicans. And here's Daniels. 15 points in the game. A floater. Looking to end the run. Williams with the block. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Vucevic is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. Then there's Dragic, and it's White in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Down low. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Murphy. 19 points for C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Now here's Dragic. D right on him. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Cowboys gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Jones kicks to Vucevic. Dragic the pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
All the reach you need to throw it down there. Vucevic making it look easy.
Now here's McCollum. Look, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Bradley's checked in for Chicago. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Murphy. Bucket is good. Murphy's got his first basket of the night.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Dragic. Passes to Bradley. And it's blocked. Here's Cowboy. He's guarded by Dragic. And yes, it's good. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside Bradley. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Cowboy. He's guarded by Dragic. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Thomas checked in for White.
One shot.
Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt. About a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
Thomas surveying the D. He dishes it to Dragic. No good that time, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. Steps back and fires, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Hayes the pass to Alvarado. Murphy with the ball. 5 on the clock. McCollum dishes to Murphy. Jacks up a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 7th assist here tonight. Outside Dragic. Dishes to Jones. The last couple years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Pass to Hayes. Now McCollum. The tray. They get it again. Hernan Gomez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. And so he's able to get one of two. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Count it. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Outside, Jones. No good from outside.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And it's good, 2 points. And now it's 27 points for C.J. McCollum.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the pass to Thomas. Outside, Jones. And the Bulls with another miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Goran Dragic. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. New Orleans also making some changes. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Hayes. Williamson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Marshall in for Speedy. And he makes both free throws. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Jones checked in for New Orleans. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by McCollum. Right side, Williams. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Just 2 to shoot. And the Bulls with another miss. The Pelicans shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. There's the feed to McCollum. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, he can't do it by himself.
Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Shoots from 14. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And DeRozan throws it down.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is off. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines, and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Williams can't get it to go.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Smooth. Yep, it counts.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. He kicks it to Marshall. From outside the arc, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 8th assist in the game. The Bulls leading by 22. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down hard.
Well, guys, we've seen DeRozan. He's got tremendous bounce, and when he's airborne, not only is he up high, he's strong while he's in the air, too. Really special.
Here's Williamson on the mark with the 15-footer.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Smooth passes to Levine. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, and he's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack.
Pass to Valanciunas. Back to McCollum. And that one is good.
Timeout, timeout.
McCollum's got 32 points in the game.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Chicago calls timeout. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
4 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. A 3 from Bradley. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hernan Gomez. Again, the Pelicans score.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
Most definitely. I mean, even though you see opponents outside of your conference only twice a year, you still don't want to have that feeling of being swept.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Vucevic.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Temple, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Seven seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now Thomas. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeMar, coming off of this long layoff, you guys come back and you don't miss a beat. So how important is it to get a game like this?
It's definitely important. You know, we had a couple of days of rest. Well, we need it. You know, we understand we got to come back and try to make a push.
It starts with one step, and that was tonight. Thanks, DeMar. Back to you.